For this game I use Flash CS5, and what you're going to do is open up a new document. We're going to go to Create New, AR for Android, and just so this goes quicker, I'm going to load some things from my actual game that I already made into my library. Alright, now that's all loaded in, I'm going to go to my document properties, and I like to change my color to something that looks kind of like the sky, and change my frames up to 30 a second. And what you're going to do first is write background layer. Everything you want for your background will be in that layer. You're going to put insert layer, character, and then we'll start building from here. Alright, make sure you have your background layer selected, and I'm just going to pull over some stuff here from the library. I got my grass that I made. Everything's going to be huge because I made it way too big. Alright, up on the character level, I'm going to put my little stand I made for Kratos. And then I'm going to put him in here. And I'm not going to animate this. I'll show how to do that in a different tutorial. And then we're going to make a third layer that's above that one. We'll call it letters. Alright, for this tutorial I'm only going to do a right and a wrong button. So I'm going to copy this, duplicate it. So you put one here, you put one by it. Alright, and then we're going to pull up a letter. Make it fit in there. Just going to copy and paste that because that's the letter that we're going to match. After that, we're going to insert another layer. I called mine screens. Just paste that over. That way you got something to cover so they can't push it until you're ready for them to push it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is insert some blank keyframes. And then push F6 2 more times on each layer. So when you click on the right button, it's going to go to frame 2. Alright, since this is a different screen, we're going to put, good job. And we're going to push another button to go on to the next one. Alright, now what we're going to do is make sure you get everything in that box selected so it all turns into one button, and click this Code Snippets button. And you're going to go to Timeline Navigation, click on Go to Frame and Stop. It's going to ask you to turn it into a symbol. Oops, sorry, I got to move it so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. This is telling it that it's going to go to a frame and to stop. We want it to go to frame 2 because that's the right one. After that, just close out of it. That's all the coding you got to know. Alright, now you're going to push Control and Enter to test your video, and you're going to see it's going to be kind of glitchy. I'm going to show you how to fix it. Right now it's trying to flip back and forth between the two frames, so you have to put in one little line of code to make it stop doing that. Click on your timeline, up on your first frame actions, right click actions, and you're just going to put stop, S-T-O-P, parentheses, semicolon, and hit enter. That's so it knows to actually stop when it loads the frame. Try it again. Okay, and this is where we're at right now. The letter's going to fall down, you click on that, and it'll go to the right screen. Screens layer, I'm going to drag a screen over on top of it, so it's a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to click on my big letter A, convert to symbol. I just put big A. Now that's a movie clip. You click on it, which opens up the symbol. And I'm going to scroll over. It's about 80. Hit F6 to make a new keyframe. Then you're going to take this letter, you're going to drag it down to about wherever, which makes that into another keyframe. Go back over to your other keyframe that's 79 frames long, right click on it, create classic tween. What that does is does a frame by frame animation. So now when we test it out, that'll fall. To make sure that doesn't do that, again, you're going to click on actions on your last keyframe there, put in stop, just like that, and then it'll only fall once. If you don't put the stop, the animation will go on loop until you go to the next frame. Alright, next we're going to take a letter that obviously does not match the one that we want them to match, resize it so it fits in there a little bit. Sorry, this is all kind of hard when I got it in window mode. But you're going to do the same thing, select it all, code snippets, go to frame and stop, ask you to make it into a symbol, and you're going to put 3 this time. Pretty much the frame you want it to go to is what you're going to have to go to and stop. Alright, now on your main timeline, your third frame in, which should be a blank screen, you're going to go down and you're going to find your try again or whatever graphics that you want to put in. Resize that. And if I can find my button, put a button underneath it. You can do, obviously, whatever you want with the graphics, but we're keeping it simple. Select that, go to your code snippets, go to frame and stop, and you want it to go back to the frame so they can try again. Save your clip, and so we want it to go back to frame 1. Now if we try the movie, that's going to fall down. Sorry, it's kind of not there. If they click C, you can try again. You can just copy and paste the screen on that same layer. So now we got 2 screens, letter falls, wrong button takes you back to try again. The right button takes you to the good job screen. And since what I'm showing you right now is just a right or wrong game, you just have to make sure you pay attention to which keyframe it's on. So when you do your go to and stop, you have the right frame in there. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You can make this look as fancy as you want. And in the next tutorial, I'll show you a little bit more in-depth stuff so we can make this look better.
Find the letter A. You did it. Good job. Find the letter B. You did it. Good job. Find the letter C. Find the number 1. You did it. Good job. Find the number 2.